Hello students, I hope you are all doing great today and ready to learn something new. Before we dive into the lesson, let's take a moment to settle down, clear our minds and get focused. Alright, now let's begin today's lesson with energy and interest. Let we all explore the next poem, Tiger in the Zoo, written by Leslie Norris. This poem compares the life of a tiger in the zoo with how it would live in the wild. The poet feels sad because the tiger, a powerful animal, is not free at all. Instead of hunting and living in the forest, it is locked in a cage. The first stanza. He stalks in his vivid strides the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. The tiger walks slowly and silently in his cage. His skin has bright stripes. He moves on his soft paws, which we call it as pads. Even though he looks calm, he is very angry inside because he is locked up. We do know tigers are meant to roam freely in the forest and hunt. If we made them to lock inside of a concrete four-sided wall, what would happen? Of course, they will definitely get angry and always be in the aggressive nature. The tiger is full of strength, but it is helpless in the zoo. All the thing in the world he wants is freedom, but he cannot do anything. Second stanza. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through the long grass, near the water hole where plump deer pass. Here, the poet explains the tiger should be in the jungle, not in anywhere in the cage or in the zoo. It has to be hiding in the grass near a water hole, which means a water pond, waiting to catch a fat deer, because that is his natural life, to hunt animals and to have food for himself. So it shows the contrast, what the tiger's life should be like. He is a hunter by nature. It should not meant to be in a cage to live for the rest of his life. Stanza 3. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, bearing his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. Here, the tiger should also be walking near villages at the edge of the forest. As we all know, the villages are covered with so much of forest, the tiger's natural habitat places. So, it's nature to walk near the villages, to show his sharp teeth and claws, scaring the people. That's what wild tigers do, really, right? It was not born to entertain the people. It's born to terrorize the people. It's the nature of that animal. It explains the tiger's real power and freedom in the jungle. He is the king, but in the zoo, he couldn't do nothing. He is helpless. Stanza 4. But he is locked in a concrete cell. He is strengthened behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Here, the poet brings us back to the sad reality, the lifestyle of tiger in the zoo. The tiger lives in a small cage made of concrete, but not in the forest. His strong body is useless behind the bars. He walks up and down the cage and doesn't even look at the people watching him. Why? Because he lost all his interest to locked up in a cage. His heart always tells him to roam in the forest, always thrives to hunt. But here in the zoo, what more he can do? Nothing but simply sitting and walk around the concrete staged walls in a cage. Even though the tiger is strong, he feels powerless and bored. He has no freedom. no jungle, no animals to hunt, just a cage and people to stare. Stanza 5. He hears the lost voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Now let me explore this last stanza. At night, the zoo becomes quiet. The tiger hears the sound of police guarding cars, isn't it? In the zoo, what can the tiger could hear more than a patrolling car's sound? He cannot sleep properly because of so much of disturbances of noises around in his environment. He lies awake, looking at the broad stars in the skies. Nothing there for him to do at the night times because just looking at the stars, he couldn't get sleep. So much of noise made him not to sleep, always makes him to awake. So this is the lifestyle of a tiger in the case. But according to the point of poet, how it has to live in the forest. So I hope you have an idea about the poem A Tiger in the Zoo written by Leslie Norris. See you in the next poem.